Hello, everyone. So this is a self-concept practice presentation. My name is Roberto, and I am here to present you my personal identity. Uh, so I'm Roberto. You can call me Robert. I am a husband, and I am a healthcare professional, and I am a Filipino American. Um, as a personal identity, I try to be a supportive husband, um, a friend, and I'm always there to give a helping hand. I always try to help. I like helping. Also, I am a tech enthusiast. I love getting updates on what's new on everything technology. Um, Next one is for my social identity. I work as a patient transporter on a hospital. Um, uh, like I've said, it's kind of like connected in my personal identity where I try to be in a career where I like to help. And so before I was a patient transporter, I was also a nurse assistant. And now I am at Kenyatta College trying to get my associates in radiology or respiratory therapy. As for my cultural identity, which is missing, I'm sorry. Um, I'm a Filipino American. I'm a first generation Filipino American, and I love food. And uh, uh, like on my cultural identity, as an American, I love freedom of speech. Uh, and that's it. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Barbara Mejia Buku, and this is my self-concept presentation. Next slide, please. So the personal identity that makes me unique is that when I was growing up, I was exposed to people who likes doing karaoke. And as I was growing, I adapted other people's singing skill. I then learned how to uh, sing and loved it very much. Becoming a singer is hard, so you have to seek opportunities to grow your skills and become better than you were yesterday. And I love singing. Next slide, please. So, my social identity. I'm choosing to talk about my religion as my social identity because as I was growing up, my religion is what shaped me and taught me things in life. Growing up as a Catholic is a very particular thing. It's not every like any other type of childhood. We have unique traditions and customs. In my elementary school, we would have mass every morning, making sure that we could listen to the sermon. And we would also talk about different saints and the good things they have done to the people. Growing up as a Catholic is fun as well. We get to celebrate feasts and we have parades. Next slide, please. My cultural identity. So I was born in the Philippines. Growing up, I was taught the language Tagalog. And in the picture is me on the left side and my sister on the right side. This picture was taken before our performance for the Buwan ng Wikang Pambansa, which is Tagalog for National Language Month. And this is a month-long annual observance in the Philippines held every August to promote the national language Tagalog. And that's it. Thank you.
Okay, hi. Do you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Hi, my name is Daniela Flores, and I'm here to present my self-concept presentation. Next. The next slide, please. Okay. For my personal identity, there's a lot of things that I like to do, like reading. I really enjoyed reading ever since I was a little kid. I also like writing, but ever since I left high school, I haven't had much time to do it. So, but I think I still like to do it. I also like watching TV. I get really, really obsessed with TV shows and movies. For example, Little Woman. I watched that movie like 5 times already, and I still enjoy it. I really enjoy movies like Marvel too, and Harry Potter, and all of those type of movies. Um, I really enjoy listening to music too. I like all type of genres, most type of genres. I listen to music in Spanish, in English, in Korean, in Japanese, in Tagalog too, in Portuguese, French, in a lot of languages. Next. As for my social identity, I am 19 years old. I just turned 19 on the 14th. I grew up as a Christian. I grew up with my grandmother, and she was really, really religious. So I had to go at least twice to church every week. Um, yeah. I also work as a teacher of a third grade in an after school program of an elementary school. And I also work as a kitchen staff in the night. I went to Fremont High School, which is in Oakland, to Hayward High School, which is in Hayward. And finally, I graduated from Jefferson High School, which is in Daly City. Next slide, please. As for my cultural identity, I was born and raised in Honduras, and I came to the United States when I was 12 years old. I know Spanish because I grew up with it, and I know English because I live in the United States, and I know Portuguese because I used to take care of kids who only spoke could only spoke Portuguese. Um, some of my favorite foods are from my country. For example, palhas, which is the picture that's there. Next one. Okay, thank you.
Hello, my name is Vlad, and I didn't make two of my slides, but I'll start with my personal identity. Uh, I during high school, I was like mostly into sports and like spending most time in doing sports like football and basketball. But then once coronavirus hit, I that changed and started watching a lot of anime. And yeah, I'd say that's about my personal identity now. That's all I really do. All right. And then for my social identity, uh, I'd say like there's two. There's like majority I spend the day at home. I stay on Discord with my friends on from Discord, and then my actual group of friends in real life. I'd say that like we usually travel. We travel to like Lake Tahoe and LA. So that's like all I would really say for my social identity. Yeah, and then lastly, from my cultural identity, so I am a, what the hell? I am a Russian and Ukrainian American. I was born in the Bay Area in San Francisco. My dad is from Russia and my mom is from Ukraine. They immigrated here years ago to continue living their lives. I haven't really been able to uh, learn about my Ukrainian side, but my Russian side, I've always like knew about it. Like I've always had Russian family members, and we would always like they would always help me out with that. And then I could speak Russian, and I've tried many of the foods, and that's all. Thank you.
All right. So my name is Ryan Santos, and this is my presentation on my self-concept. Next slide. So for personal identity, a personal identity that defines me is bowling. And my love for bowling started a little over a year ago and has taught me self-discipline and patience for the game. And although the sport takes some skill, it is also a mental game. And knowing so taught me to gather myself mentally and to keep calm, especially during competitive games such as leagues or tournaments. And doing this sport also brought me into a whole new community of bowlers as I met new people and made new friends as I bowled in my local leagues and tournaments. And on the photos on the right, they're just some of my higher scores, as well as a recap on one of my leagues that I bowled last winter. And yeah, next slide. For social identity, a social identity that I've developed in my early life is my passion for cars. My love for cars was heavily influenced by my dad, who seemed like he knew how to do everything and anything on cars, like changing oil, brakes, anything maintenance wise, like he would just do it from home. And to this day, my love for cars has brought me into a community of car enthusiasts as I met new friends with the same interests, and I was able to go to car conventions and car meets. And I've also learned how to work on my own car, and my passion for them influenced the major that I'm pursuing now, which is mechanical engineering. And yeah, next slide. And as for my cultural identity, I am a Filipino American and was born in San Francisco. Very Americanized, but my parents immigrated to the States at 18 years old and came here to pursue a new life, as well as a family that consists of my younger brother and myself. And throughout my life, I've been shown foods and traditions that are a part of my culture. And although I have not been heavily involved or influenced on Filipino culture, I learned the values of family as well as respect and manners towards others. And that is my slide. Thank you.